Second language and AI. I'll talk about second languages and AI. What is the second languages? We are talking, we talk, and we have first languages as a mother tongue, native languages. Uh, Once you have a purpose or the motivation to learn foreign language, and then you're learning about foreign language, and in the end, you can reach the level of one step, and then the foreign language will be second languages. As a for example, and the second language is related with the public situation, environment. For example, like English is one of the most famous second language in the world. And because each country choose the first language and the second languages, and then, for example, like the Philippines, and the Philippines choose English as the second languages. Or India also choose the English as a second language. By doing that, they can communicate it in the second languages. The easier the second languages make it easier communication. So if you learn foreign languages, the strategically, and then you make the foreign language to second language, then you can use the languages as a second language, then you can communicate with the language much easier than just like just foreign language. So here I talk about the second language. What are second languages? Second language is the purpose and the motivation. And for example, I think to me, English is my second language. So, and then I try to use the second languages when I make some projects because I would like to communicate with in English. And then at the moment when I needed to speak in English with the people who can speak English as well. This project also the purpose to make the English to second language by speaking and using voice typing. I can write down the story in English. This is also one of the projects about the second language. Second language is very unique. And then when you learn about foreign languages, when you learn about foreign languages, if you use the languages with some specific reasons or the motivation and purpose, for example, I study Vietnamese, and then I usually stay during the winter season in Vietnam, and then I got a chance to talk in Vietnamese with the local people. And also, I have intended to get a language exchange program named JAR. So, and then if I can do that, I will make a business about this. The target language is Vietnamese. So, and then I needed to communicate with the Vietnamese. So, and then I can improve in 3 years, and then I can communicate with the in Vietnamese naturally. So, by doing many projects and language exchange in Vietnamese and Korean, and then I can do use the Vietnamese as a second languages by working, by making project, by that. So, and the second language means well how I use the languages. If I use the languages as just like one languages to communicate with the for the business or for the project, for real life in the situation, and then it will be the second languages. So and then if just you learn as a foreign language for travel or some, and then you just give some get some expressions, not communicate. You cannot listen. You don't build vocabulary. You don't listen. You cannot speak properly all the expression. But the second language mean is different. Second language mean you speak well. You speak the language as you speak the first language. It, at least you try to keep using the languages. You don't have any difficulty in using the languages as a second languages for communication. When you listen, you can listen. When you listen to the song or you watch the movies without subtitle, you can might be comprehend about what they are talking. These level is very high. So and then second language, it just meaning, it just meaning just studying about some a little bit and the knowing about one language is very consumer so lots of energy, especially about the time. So when lots of effort, long-term plan to do that by doing that, and also you make a projection with the language partner or the people, and by doing work or something. If you go abroad for studying or you go to abroad for working, and then you staying there for your life, and then in job, and then you can use the languages, then it will be the second language. The concept of second language is very, very wide. And also I talk about the second language and AI. When we make a project in the second language, nowadays using AI, we can make it faster and make it easier then because I like here and in my pronunciation or my grammatically correctness and then not perfect. But with help of AI, I can make more project, meaningful project. I can make a content about the reference and then by doing that, I can study with my language partners with the help of AI. So this is very important. And then help of AI will be very important for me. Okay, now I can copy what I'm talking here about second language and AI. It might be, yes, I can get some contents here. And then I'll talk about with help of AI, I can get some contents here. In English, in my content of about the second language and AI. The second language will be the meaningful foreign language that we learn, we use specific when we go abroad for studying or job and living there, and we use the foreign language. It will be the second languages. And also when we are using second languages with the help of AI, and we can make many projects, just like we use the second language as much as the first languages. So after proofreading it, I can get a content from AI. AI will support about the second language and AI. What is second language? And then there's something summary about from AI with the conclusion. These contents will be good and translate into Korean and Vietnamese above. Then I can get a content about some contents. Hopefully, yeah. Can copy with the contents. For the summary, I'm going to review about second language and AI. Go. Translate into Korean and Vietnamese with. So, second language and AI. What is a second language? A second language is more than just a foreign language we study in school. It becomes a second language when we use it regularly in daily life. For studying abroad, working overseas, or living in a new country. In this situation, the foreign language is no longer just academic knowledge, but a practical tool for communication. The key point is not how perfectly we speak, but whether the language becomes part of our environment yearly. For example, English is the world's most common second language because it's used in education, business, and international communication. Countries like the Philippines and India even to recognize English as an official or second language to make communication easier. Learning and using a second language to make a foreign language truly a second language, we need it to purpose and motivation. When we use it for work, study, or project, and it naturally goes into part of our life. Example, I use English as my second language is when I communicate internationally and create projects. Example, I am also learning Vietnamese, especially when I stay there in winter, join language exchange program, and the plan business of project. In this way, Vietnamese is becoming my second language too. If a language is used only for travel or a few phrases, it remains a foreign language, but when we can communicate fully listening, speaking, watching movie without subtitle or the working in that language, it becomes a true second language. The role of AI is second language learning. AI can help us transform foreign language into second language more effectively. It supports communication by correcting grammar, refining pronunciation, and turning spoken words into written text. With AI, we can create projects such as blog, video, or presentation in the second languages, making practice more meaningful. AI makes learning faster and easier, giving us confidence to use the second language as much as the first language. Conclusion: a second language is just about studying, it's about living in the languages when we use it for real communication project and life purpose. It becomes part of who we are. With the support of AI, we can expand our second language use, reduce mistake, and accelerate our growth. In this way, AI becomes a powerful partner in making a foreign language truly our second languages. Okay, let me see.